Moving on, I am here in conversation with the Chief Justice Venkatachalaiah, 25th Chief Justice of India. He is known for his anti-corruption and the human rights issues on which he expressed his ideas, on which he spoke and also gave judgment. He was the chairman of the National Human Rights Commission from 96 to 98, and then the commission to oversee the functioning of the Constitution, National Commission for Review of the working of the Constitution of 2000. Now, having regard to your long innings, sir, and a close look at which you peered over various matters, this practice of having a collegium was not there earlier, sir. It came about later. So, but you are keeping a track, sir, you are aware. And so what would be your advice to the judges who become, later on, who become members of the Collegium? What would you like to tell them?
I don't have the stock of wisdom to be able to convey any advice to them, but I might request them to bear in mind when they select a lawyer to become a judge, inherit a great responsibility, not only to their own generation, but to their posterity. You have in the American Constitution, the preamble, the word posterity. They have defined it to mean it is not the posterity of the present generation of citizens and their children. All those who come under the influence of the Constitution will be the posterity, not their own physical successors of their generation. That's how the word posterity has been defined. My request to them is, when you self a judge, bear in mind the personality of it is not merely the knowledge of law, its character, its image, its patience, its concern for the broader issues of broader civilizational issues. Usually carry responsibility for
Broader civilizational issues that fall on the shoulders of the country.
Judge has a great responsibility than mere judging cases. He presents an image to the nation, to the people, the assurance of justice to them and to the posterity.
Moving beyond this was to the judges who are likely to be in course of time form part of the Collegium. And now I move to a different segment, sir, the law students and the young law professionals, actually the law professionals who come from the portals of law colleges, with a view to improve their written and verbal expression, particularly this trait. What comes to your mind that you would like to tell them?
I would like to recall a famous statement by Judge. A lawyer without knowledge of economics and sociology tends to become a public enemy.
Public enemy.
His knowledge must be as deep as the ocean. His knowledge must be as deep as the ocean, as vast as the sky. Every piece of human knowledge, every area of human knowledge is his domain. That's a figurative way of expressing the kind of wisdom that comes out of true knowledge. That must be known for his wisdom, and that wisdom is based on wide aspects of knowledge that he has cultivated in his career, in his lifetime. And that is the way in which great judges whom thought also, and judges like that. In fact, a very interesting thing is, it is not merely law. There's of course, a document in the internet of a letter by Justice Frankfurter to a 12-year-old boy who wanted to become a lawyer. His advice to him, he said, don't study law, study literature. Make your reading as wide as you can. Then you will become automatically a good lawyer.
Right.
This is a typical statement to say Frankfurter's advice to a 12-year-old boy.
That is still valid and makes sense today.
In fact, Judge Posner, it is that Posnerism that he said that law is a junior branch of economics.
Junior branch of economics.
Economics. And today economics has become a junior branch of technology. A lawyer who does not know economics and technology will find himself inadequate to tackle the issues that come up in the modern scientific society. And that C.P. Ramsamy Iyer is a very charming personality. is a brilliant lawyer and a great public figure. He once said they had to study oceanography, conduct a maritime litigation in the court. They had to study oceanography. And of course, this is only to say how widely read a lawyer must be. His vision and his capacity for knowledge must be infinite. And of course, this is the ideal. Anywhere near approximation to that is always desirable.
Reach there. And in fact, the mastery, the interest in other than law has been brought out in Mr. Sudhish Pai's book with regard to Sir Ashutosh, where he was a great mathematician. And there have been number of judges who were very high scholars in Sanskrit, besides law.
Right, instead of Sir Shah Sulaiman, he was a great student of physics and mathematics. Sir Shah Sulaiman at the Federal Court and T.L. Venkatachalaiah in the Supreme Court had the title of Sangeeta Kalanidhi. He was so proficient in South Indian classical music that the highest award for that was conferred on him by the Music Academy of Madras.
Yes,
He was conferred with the title of Sangeeta Kalanidhi.